Hey everybody, welcome to another video. If you're new here, I'm a chronically ill, crazy mother. And today, and this week, I've been suffering from a terrible migraine. And I can't get the sun to go away. So, Goose suggested I just put my sunglasses on. And the only sunglasses I have are these grandma ones that go over your prescription. So that's what we're doing, because if I don't have my prescription lenses, I'll get a worse headache, right? So we're gonna cook in our double-decker glasses, and we're gonna make some dairy-free options, because dairy is the issue here. Everything dairy is delicious, but my body can't handle it at all. So we're gonna make some things. We're gonna start by, I'm gonna cook up a bunch of white rice, and then I'm gonna make like a honey garlic, like Chinese vibe sauce for some chicken, and then turn that into, well, eat it fresh, but then I'm gonna turn it into homemade TV dinners also, and portion them out and freeze them, and then I'll vacuum seal them so I have TV dinners in the future that you just have to pop in the microwave and you have homemade delicious food, dairy free, important. And so we'll see what else I can come up with in the meantime, but two big projects, it's good enough to start. So let's jump in and get going. What I like to do is I get my big measuring cup, I think it's like a 4 cup, about to here, and then I rinse it really, really good, and then we go ahead and cook it on the stove top, and it's perfect every single time. So let's jump in and get this white rice started. All right, my rice is getting close to being done, and over here I have a honey chicken sauce going. It's honey, garlic, soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, chives. I only had dried chives instead of the fresh green onions, so I used those. A small bit of red pepper flakes, and sesame oil, and I think that's it. So this is just gonna thicken up a little bit, and then we'll use it to pour over our air-fried chicken bits. All right, I was looking through my recipe binder, and this was another quick and easy thing I can throw together. I'm not actually doing slow cooker, but I am gonna mix up all of the ingredients, and I freeze portioned out chunks of just the rotisserie chicken. So I'm gonna thaw out some rotisserie chicken and then just kind of let it all warm up together in all of these ingredients. And so far I have these are from my friend's garden. He dried the herbs, so we're gonna use those, and then the rest of this crap, and have another chicken option, which will also go well with the white rice. So nice and easy and delicious. And those two cuties are helping supervise. She's got to keep an eye on this rotten scoundrel of a dog. All right, the next thing on the agenda, I had a head of cabbage judging me from the fridge for a very long time, so I just tossed on here some butter, salt, garlic, and some Mediterranean blend seasoning that I make. Very delicious. I'm going to roast that. And then in here, I have this herby ranch type coleslaw that I'm trying. It was a Greek inspired recipe, so we're going to see. But I got that whole head of cabbage, and then the dog is also eating some of the outside leaves and having a blast with it. So let's get this all done. Now this has to roast. This I'm just going to package up and put it in the fridge, and we'll try it later. All right, now we're going to my baking station. This KitchenAid her name is Barbara, and she's the one I use the most. So she's filthy. She really is. So I'm gonna get in here and try to get all the flour and all the bits. And then things, this is like the collection, because the dog can't reach that and he steals stuff. So I need to kind of purge and wipe everything down. So let's get to work. All right, I got this area a little more cleaned up. I do need to refill my sugar, and I need to refill my yeast, but we'll get to that. Currently, I'm just hanging out with the dog. He's a goofball. He's playing with a piece of the wicked bagels I made the other day. He's going to eat it, but he likes to play with it first. So, taking a little hang out with the dog break. All right, and then I'm going to go show you, well, I didn't film it because I was distracted, but I did make some chocolate pudding. There's a little chocolate bits in there, like sprinkles. Homemade chocolate peanut butter pudding. Very easy, only a few ingredients, but so much more delicious than like the snack pack pudding cups. And then I just portion them out into little cups and put them in the refrigerator, and then we have delicious chocolatey pudding whenever we want it. Alright, here are the little containers I have. Kind of random. These ones are a really cute pack I got from like TJ Maxx or something for really cheap. But that's perfect. It's about the same amount as like the little snack pack cups. So I'm going to go ahead and get the lids on these now that they've cooled down a bit, and then get them in the fridge. And normally I do a double batch, but I'm running low on milk. So I just wanted to do one single batch, and that's just enough treats, you know. Alright, I'm back to another project. I am refilling things, and I needed to refill my powdered sugar tin or bucket. I did one batch already. I do about like 2.5 cups in the blender, and then it takes like 5 minutes or so, and then you have pretty good powdered sugar, and then you don't have to buy separate things. I just buy white sugar, and then I also make my own brown sugar. Just so all you have to do is buy like white sugar, you know. So I'm gonna get this all set up and then move on to the next stocking project, like refilling my yeast. I buy my yeast from Costco or Sam's Club. It comes in these 2 1-pound type packages, but I put mine in this big glass jar and put it right in the freezer, and then it stays fresh and you can have yeast. It took me, I want to say, like maybe 9 months to use 2 pounds. I do make a lot of bread products though, so. All right, we had to change plans. We completely ran out of trash bags, and like I have this much almond milk left. So we're gonna run to Costco before they close, and we were starving, so we snuck and got Mom and Dad only McDonald's. It's a real treat, if you know, being a parent, you know. Guys, even at 7 o'clock at night, Costco is packed with idiots standing in the middle of the parking lot in the road. But Jacob. Anyway, it's packed like always. That's why I really like Sam's Club better. It's not nearly as chaotic there. All right, we have a very strict list, and we're going to try to stick to it as best as we can. Cases of water, we need a couple of those, as many as he's willing to lift. We need gallon-sized bags, and almond milk, for sure, cannot leave without them, and trash bags. So we'll see how long it takes us in here.